Something I wish I would have known throughout my recovery and sobriety process from nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content was that devaluing the substance before it devalues you can actually make the quitting process a lot easier and lead to less chances of relapse or cravings for the rest of your lifetime and all that BS. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 5 simple tips that you can use today, that anyone can use to get sober, to help them devalue the substance. Whether it's cannabis, vaping products, alcohol products, pills, this can be applied to anything. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of AddictionMindset recovery coaching programs, and I have the sole goal of making sobriety accessible to everyone. We have free guides and PDFs in the links in the pinned comment and video description to help you get started on your process of sobriety and recovery. So check those out. All right, step number 1 to devaluing the substance is asking yourself what value you see in continuing to smoke weed, drink alcohol, hit your vape, or watch pornography, gamble, whatever it may be that you're struggling with. You have to ask yourself, what value do I see in continuing to do this behavior? Because as long as you continue to see value in the use of a substance, you are going to have cravings. You are going to have the possibility of relapse or a lapse. You're going to want to continue to use that drug, even if it's causing a lot of problems in your life. What is the value in smoking weed for you? Is it social value? Is it recreational value? Is it medicinal value? Is it an escape from your stressful work life and stressful family life? Is it an escape from the boredom that you experience day to day? Do you feel that it relieves the anxiety and the symptoms of depression? Is it simply because you enjoy the buzz, you enjoy the high? What is the value that you find in consuming cannabis, drinking alcohol, smoking weed, okay? What is it? Step number 2 is I want you to pause and ask yourself, is this actual value or is this only perceived value? And the best way to ask yourself this question is to start by thinking about the reasons why you're quitting smoking weed, okay? So we're trying to figure out, do you actually get value from the drug or is it only a perceived sense of value because you're under the delusion and the illusion of using the drug itself, right? So how we do this is we want to identify the reasons why we're quitting, which would be, I'll give you an example. So someone talks to me and they say, you know, Dr. Frank, I smoke weed because it helps me with anxiety and stress relief. And then I'll say, okay, why do you want to quit? And they'll say, okay, I want to quit because, you know, my finances aren't looking great. It's putting a lot of strain on my business because my energy levels are down. And, you know, my wife really hates that I'm smoking weed all the time and it's putting a strain on my relationships. And then I'll say to that person, isn't that creating a lot of stress and anxiety in your life from smoking weed? Like, isn't that adding to all the stress and the anxiety? So are you really getting the stress and anxiety relief that you think you are from smoking weed? Or is weed being used as the problem to the solution that the weed is actually causing in the first place? And this is where we're starting to identify, are you actually getting those benefits of stress relief? Or are you just under the delusion or illusion of perceived value of stress relief from smoking weed? That's step number 2, perceived or actual value. You have to figure that out. Step number 3 is going to be identifying the things in the life that you actually value. And chances are those things are going to be closely related to the reasons why you want to quit. So I want to quit smoking weed to strengthen my relationships. I want to quit smoking weed because I want better physical health. I want to quit smoking weed because I value my entrepreneurship journey and my business and my career. I want to quit smoking weed because I value my time, my motivation, my energy. Maybe it's damaging your faith practice for some reason and you value your faith practice. What are the things in life that you actually find value in? That is step number 4. Now, after we've identified the things in life that we actually find value in, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to ask yourself, why do you value those things? So I want to quit smoking weed because because it's taking up too much of my time. So that means that I value time. Now, why is time important to me? If I was sober and I wasn't smoking weed and I reclaimed my time, what would I be doing with that time? Would I be spending more time with my family, enjoying my kids, enjoying my wife? Would I be more aggressive in building my business? And would that lead to a next level of financial success? Would I use that time to go to the gym and meal prep and take better care of myself physically? I don't know what it is for you, but you have to start to ask yourself, why do you value the things in life that you value? Why is addressing those things and seeking those things important to you? And in what aspects or ways in your life is that going to move the needle forward and help you gain positive momentum? That's what we have to do. So after we identify the things that we value, we have to ask ourselves, why do I value these things? Why is having good physical... Everyone says, I want to quit weed so I feel better. And the first thing I say to people is, look, there's a lot of people out there that feel like crap and they don't care that they feel like crap. So why do you value feeling good? What does a version of you that feels physically, psychologically, spiritually, and financially better, what is that version of you capable of? What is that version of you going to accomplish? And why is that important to you? What we're doing right now in this YouTube video with you is we're actively devaluing the substance and we're actively adding value to your own life, to your own passions, to the things in life that give you drive and motivation and the things in life that you care about. We're literally doing this together right now live on YouTube. I have a bonus tip for you. There's no real inherent value in a substance, okay? Minus the fact that it can, create a buzz or get you high or whatever. There's no inherent value in it. A lot of times when it comes to addiction, it only has as much value as we give it. A cigarette, a drink of alcohol, a blunt or a pre-roll of weed or a vape of cannabis, a dab pen, these are lifeless objects. Cannabis for me dramatically devalued how I used my time, dramatically devalued my physical health, dramatically devalued my finances and my business successes, dramatically devalued multiple aspects of my life. And that's why I'm telling you guys, you need to devalue the substance before it devalues you, or things can get really, really messy. But realize the only value that drug has is the value that you're giving it. It's all rooted in your mindset and your perception of that substance and what you are or you are not getting from that substance. Now it's tricky because if you're in active substance use right now, sometimes that perception can be a little blurred or a little delusional, and that's what we help people work through in our coaching programs. But that's what it's all about. And I want you guys to understand something else too. No matter what stage of life you're in, please understand the things that you value today are going to look different from the things that you value in life tomorrow. When I was younger, I didn't really value my physical health because I could recover like that. I didn't really value my finances as much because I didn't have as much financial obligation and responsibility as I do today. I didn't value my relationships with my family as much because my parents weren't as old as they are today. My sisters and family members weren't getting older. We were all younger. No one was at immediate risk of death. But now, as I've gotten older, the things that I once didn't value, my physical health, my financial health, my relationships with my family and those closest to me, I now value those things so much. And here's the thing. When I was younger, I was making decisions using substances, using drugs that were devaluing things that I was later on in life going to really care about. And I don't want you guys to wind up in a situation where there is permanent or long-term damage created from substance use to the things that you may eventually value later on in life. That's what we want to avoid. So check this out. If you value your time, we have a one-on-one coaching call. And the coaching call is not to talk for hours on end. It's to figure out what's wrong, get to the root of the mindset that's holding you back from quitting, so you can move on with your life as quickly and efficiently as possible. So if people value their time, we have a one-on-one coaching program. You can book that singular call below, or we have a much more in-depth 12-week program for people who need it. We have supplements. For those of you guys who are struggling to quit because of the withdrawal symptoms, We're the only company in the world, Kick It, Crave Less Chewing Gum, to make a supplement specifically for quitting cannabis, nicotine, reducing cravings for sugar, alcohol. It contains KSM-66 ashwagandha, a clinically studied herb to reduce stress and anxiety, as well as NAC, N-acetylcysteine, which has been shown to reduce symptoms of brain fog and cravings. I put it into a chewing gum and not into a capsule because chewing gum is more rapidly absorbed with the ingredients than a capsule would be. Capsules get broken down in your gut. And when you have stress and you have cravings, you want something that's going to be fast acting. That's why we did a chewing gum. Lastly, show some love to one of our channel sponsors. If you value your career and drug testing is standing in between you and getting the job that you want or career that you want, Exploro makes at-home THC, highly sensitive, FDA and OTC cleared drug testing strips. I put a link to a free masterclass on passing a drug test, how to pass a drug test, and detox cannabis by Dr. Matthew Nussi in the pinned comment and linked in the video description. So check out Exploro's products on Amazon. Check out that free masterclass that they put together for you guys. It's real important that we show our channel sponsors some love because of the industry I'm in. You know, we don't get a ton of them because I refuse to take deals from vape companies and cannabis companies, and I get asked all the time to promote a new strain of cannabis, to promote a new pipe, to promote a new dry herb vaporizer, and I refuse over and over and over and over again, and I will continue to refuse those offers. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.